yeah, we got the job done. We finally have won back to back in what feels like a long time, because obviously, we were losing back to back, and in January games have been quite few because obviously FA Cup and stuff like that. So yeah, it was good to get the win against Nottingham Forest today. Obviously, late scare at the end, but yeah, I mean, obviously this was the typical Arsenal match this season in terms of like control, tippy tappy. No one really wanting to take responsibility for shots. Like, I don't know how many times I counted seeing Odegaard always looking for the pass to Saka. Like, he's just so right hand side focused. I know it's probably the instructions and whatnot, but he doesn't want to drift out to the left or whatever. It's just always right hand side for Odegaard. That's literally what he's on all the time. He's always on the right hand side, trying to combine with Saka, maybe white overlap. Nah, you can tell teams actually study this, because it's got to a stage now where it's just mad predictable, and like it makes it difficult because now you're expecting Rice to be, do you get what I'm saying, flashing incisive passes like through a low block just to kind of like set Saka free. It's not easy, man. To watch this kind of football, it takes a lot of patience. Being an Arsenal fan ain't easy, but the thing is, we just had to kind of, keep, believing. That's it. But after watching the first half, it felt like a movie that I've seen before. Do you get it? That's the thing that's concerning. I'm like, yeah, we got past Nottingham Forest, but long term, like, does this look like a team that's gonna win the league? You know me, I'm on positivity and whatnot, but I'm just like, there's not enough potency in the attack. Obviously, the defense, solid foundation, especially with Gabriel, Saliba and Rice, solid foundation. But for me, there's just not enough potency and zip, like in the attacking third. Like, I thought today, obviously, Martinelli was starting. He'd be able to, show what he's on, but he just wasn't at it. It just looked like what Martinelli's been doing this season, just decision making when he gets past the man across and everything. It was just poor, really. And yeah, even Jesus wasn't great in the first half either. Hustling about, getting caught offside, falling on the floor. It wasn't it, man. You see this chance here when, I can't lie yet, it was Odegaard that found Jesus, innit? Jesus was onside, he found Jesus, slipped it through, and Jesus banged it off the woodwork. I'll be real, when I saw that, I didn't even react like crazy. I was just like, yeah, like, I'm not surprised Jesus didn't end up scoring that. And at this point, I was like, you know what? This is probably going to bite us back in the backside. You know, the ones there. I was like, 58th minute, like, missing a chance like that. That's, I don't know, man. Especially with the way, like, we've been struggling for goals and everything. I was like, bro, Jesus, you've got to finish that. Finally, less than 10 minutes later, Jesus was able to score. And it was a smart throw-in from Zinchenko. The Nottingham defence was sleeping, and Jesus was just, zooming towards the byline pretty much, and he had nowhere to aim for. Turner, I don't know, for some reason, left the gap at his near post. Maybe he was anticipating a cutback, but there was no one really in the box like that. And yeah, Jesus embarrassed Turner, caught him out, and just, yeah, it's a smart finish to put it past him. I didn't expect that finish from Jesus, to be honest, because it was such a, it's a crafty type of finish. And in terms of finishing, Jesus isn't the best. He hasn't got the, that natural kind of like finish. So good finish. You have to capitalize off situations and, goalkeeper movement and stuff like that. So I have to give Gabriel Jesus credit for that. Now he's on 4 league goals. With a player like Gabriel Jesus, I always set the target for like 10 to 15. So if we can get 10 to 15 from Gabriel Jesus, that's a decent return for the type of player he is, to be honest. And obviously, one goal in the Prem is never really enough, let alone two. So we're like, you know what, we just need to keep applying the pressure. Pretty sure Nottingham Forest had a corner and whatnot. The ball found its way back to Montiel just before the halfway line, and yeah, it was a miss hit, and Arsenal players picked up on it, and the counter was on. Jesus was running that defense. It reminded me of almost the way we blitzed Crystal Palace the other day, and then Havertz does really well to kind of draw the Nottingham player Forest away and provide space for Saka to be able to reach the ball and finish with aplomb, to be honest. And then it was, good finish into the bottom corner from Saka. But yeah, I got a quick query, guys. Like, obviously Smith Rowe started today. Obviously, Arsenal fans have such an admiration and love for Smith Rowe. But I don't know, today for me he didn't really pull up any trees. Obviously he hasn't had like opportunities to start back to back and stuff like that. But I don't think his performance was that stellar where it's like you can keep Kai Havertz out the team. Obviously I know Kai Havertz divides a lot of opinion and stuff like that, but I actually thought when he came on, he was all right, to be fair. The only thing that I could pinpoint that I didn't really like, there was one bit where he looked like he could have gone for the header, but didn't. But apart from that, I thought Havertz, added some well-needed contribution to the game in terms of like helping us aerially as well and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that left 8 position remains almost like a mystery. Smith Rowe definitely didn't make a mad stake, stake for claim for that position. Like for me, anyways, Vieira hasn't, Havertz hasn't. Like no one has really nailed that position down. So I'll be honest, if I see Havertz starting the next game, I'm not gonna like have any qualms about it. Smith Rowe didn't pull up any trees for me, but he needs more minutes. That's the thing. He needs more minutes. So Arteta, if you can bring him on, whenever really, through matches consecutively, just to get him match fit, get him even sharper than he is. Because obviously he hasn't had the opportunity to be playing as regularly as he would have liked. But yeah, man. And just when you thought we were going to cruise to a 2-0 victory or maybe even get the third goal, bro, Owoni, he wants that nowadays. It feels like every time we face Notts, Owoni is getting his customary goal. That's what it feels like. Ball's bouncing around. I can't lie, he bullied Saliba. I get off me, then bam, he just placed it bottom bins, left foot. Like, I can't lie, he's a tank. He's a tank still. Nottingham Forest are going to need him definitely this season to be, doing joints. They need him so that they can actually, do bits this season. But I can see it when you nicking a move sometimes, like that. Like he's a problem for defenders. I'm not even gonna lie, I gotta give him credit for that. I don't know how many times I saw Morello broke the blow off Saka today, but I don't know. It was so crazy. He was moving mad for, Nottingham Forest. I can't lie. He was doing his thing today. But when Arsenal's just passing around like in a pedestrian manner, I feel like it just gives these teams with low blocks the time and space to just be able to just adjust the defense when necessary. Like that's the thing. You've got to move the ball faster. You just have to move the ball faster. Teams that play with a low block, they're used to this. They're used to being under pressure and just having to, grind out wins and stuff. They're used to this. So sometimes it's almost playing into their hands. Having possession, like a lion's share of possession, doesn't always mean you're controlling the game. Sometimes teams can concede possession against you in the name of being able to, hit you on a counter-attack or just like suit their style of play. So it doesn't always mean anything, especially when you're not doing much with the ball. But yeah, even obviously our 2 goals, one came from a Turner mistake. I consider that a Turner mistake. Second one came from Montiel's mistake. So it's like, cool, I'm happy we got the win, but Arsenal, man, we need to be more potent. We need to be more potent. And the next guy that I'm going to talk about is, for me, got to play a massive part, especially in the second half of the season, and he just has to. Trossard. You see Trossard, yeah, I've been telling man about Trossard. You see, he came on for Martinelli, and you see those 2 particular instances where he was just going on a dribbling maze to ensure that he kept the ball and alleviated pressure off of us. And bro, you know how City Ground was moving. Nottingham Forest were pushing for the equaliser. So Leo's ball control and, just composure and balance, technique, it really helped us in this game. I think he should be getting more minutes. I'll be so honest with you, man. He should be getting more minutes for sure. Because I even think he was unlucky not to start. Obviously, Martinelli got 2 goals against Crystal Palace, but I was off of the bench, to be honest. And I don't know if it really warranted the start. But listen, I would like to see Trossard starting next week. I don't know if he has to start in the 9 or the left. Even if he's placed on the left and Jesus is at the 9, they can interchange. To be honest, because Trossard's probably the most natural finisher at this club. Like, we have to be so real. He just needs to be playing more minutes. So the title of this video is gonna be, yo, listen, like, alright, cool, Arsenal got the job done, but Trossard needs to play more. Facts. End of story. But yeah, man, big ups to everyone that watched the video. And yeah, obviously Liverpool end of the week. Gonna be a very big game, Emirates Stadium. But listen, we have to blaze them. Shout out Klopp and that, you're leaving, I hear it, but no, it's not a Disney movie. We have to put them to bed. But obviously, before that, they're gonna play Chelsea tomorrow. Hopefully, Chelsea can do a job for us. But yeah, man, come on, you Gunners.